Hi guys, Paul here from PABrewNews, and we have another Rivertowne ale coming up for you. Of course, I won't post this together, so you won't even know what I'm talking about. But Rivertowne's, what's this? Maxwell's Scottish Ale. I like Scotch ales. I do. I love them. The Maxwells have made an art of brewing a family tradition for centuries. The Scot comes alive, has 5 different varieties of malt create a deep, surprisingly smooth finish. Intrigued? Go ahead and lift its kilt. Cheers and thanks, Maxwell, or Andrew A. Maxwell, brewmaster. So this is Andrew A. Maxwell. I didn't know what that word was. It's Maxwell. This comes in at 5.1 alcohol by volume. And this is supposed to be very sweet and very malty by the scale indicated on the side. This comes from Export, Pennsylvania, brewed and canned by Rivertowne Brewing Company. There we go, rivertowne.com. Town with an E, but I'll post that. Here we go. It's in a can, super ooper duper fresh. Pop it in. Tippy. Oh, good head on it. There we go. There it is. Let's see what we got. Nice clear, very clear, dark mahogany, kind of a dark mahogany color. Let's see if there's anything else I can tell you on the bottle. There's the fish playing the bagpipes in its kilt. See, that's it. This one also doesn't have a dated bottle or canned on date, but let's see. Nice big a little bit off white head, verging towards the more tannish head. That's not bad. See, very clear. Let's give it a smell. Getting a little bit of that nuki brown kind of a smell off this one, actually. Just a bit of that malt sweetness, bit of that slight roast. It's very, let's move away from the Scotch ale territory, and we'll just say this is like a Yorkshire, that kind of area, that Northern English ale. A very malty based northern brown, or northern ale, Northern English ale, I should say. Nuki Brown is exactly the kind of ale I'm thinking about. Not the werewolf, but that northern brewer kind of twinge. A little bit more just the standard Nuki. Oh, spill tray. I want to say a little bit of brown sugar's coming up now. Maybe a little molasses. Let's give it a taste and see what it tastes like. Cheers, Danny. I'll tell you what. If I homebrewed this, I'd be very happy. It's watery, very watery, which I don't like. But the taste is nice. You get raisins, that real rich malt. Bit of molasses. A little bit of buckwheat honey. Definitely get a little touch of brown sugar off that. It's hitting a lot of the right notes. They're just low-key notes, though. They're just a little bit not as in your face. It's not a wee heavy. That's a little different. That's a little bigger. It's a little bit more vibrant. It's a little bit more, you should get a little brandy notes off that. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. So it's not the same thing. Drinking this after the IPA, I'm really thinking they're pushing their ales towards a mass market crowd. I really get that feeling. I have 4 more ales to go from them, and already the big hitters, the ones that should have been big hitters because the other ones aren't big hitters at all, I can just tell by the style. They're really pushing to that mass macro market crap drinker. Because they're toned down, they're easy to assimilate, they're easy to understand, it's kind of, I don't know. It's like a guy who makes extreme death metal or black metal saying, I'm going to market my next album to the rap crowd. You're going to make a death metal, black metal album, you're going to market it. You're going to tone it down and market it to the rap audience. You know, that's, to me, that's about as absurd a statement as, I'm going to be a craft brewer, but I'm going to market my stuff to the macro drinker crowd. It's stupid. This quality, I expect from Nuki Brown. If Nuki Brown made a Scotch ale, I would expect it to be a Scotch ale, which means it needs to hit a certain mark to be a Scotch ale. But I don't expect it to be anything more than those marks. And this is what this is doing. It's hitting all the marks. Hitting all the marks. It's drinkable. Nice and malty. It's something that I would have more than one of and be happy with. It's just not unequivocal. It's nothing that you really want to talk about. It's nothing that really stands out. So, honestly, the one thing that I think a lot of craft brewers, that craft brewers should really do is make a work of art every time. Now, I'm talking about craft brewers. Craft ale brewers. Real brewers. Yeah, don't fuck with mommy. You stop, that's right. And anyway, I'm not stopping, she didn't yell at me. But anyway, real craft brewers should brew something that's trying to be unequivocal. When I understand money is a faction. I mean, you can't just be... Well, no, fuck that. You can be amazing every time. It depends on... You just need to realize this is what we want to make. This is when we can make it. And it will be as good as it can be when we produce it. I mean, it doesn't seem that hard to me to go, okay, we're not going to make 5 batches of beer this month. We're going to make 2 batches of beer and still sell them at very good prices to make a profit. But every one of those beers we make will be absolutely top fucking notch. So it will be worth the price of the beer. But, again, their marketing, the price isn't marketing, by the way. This is the thing that annoys me. This was $36 a case. And each one of these beers is a macro version of craft beer. You see what I'm saying? 36 bucks for something that should have been 25 bucks. I mean, that's 10 bucks. I know it's not crazy, but I think so far the case that I bought of this should have been charged $25 a case because it's macro crap, basically. This is still, let me just review this one more time. This is still hitting the notes. I mean, it is doing its job. I'm going to give it a 7. 7 out of 10. Not bad. It's doing its job. I would drink it again if it was there. If someone brought this to my house, I would gladly drink it. Don't get me wrong. But, yeah, you know what I mean. And, $25 a case would be more than adequate for this case of beer. It's this case right here. These bad boys. Anyway, that's $10. $10 buys you almost a gallon of gas these days. That's a big deal. A gallon of gas gets you to the fucking beer depot, back to your house. You can actually buy a case of beer and then buy enough gas to get back home to enjoy it without getting pulled over. There you go. There you go. So there you go. And, you know, I know it's stupid for me bitching about it because they're not going to change, but with Terry, and why should it be bourbon? Scotch ale. This isn't overcarbonated. This is nicely carbonated. Basically, Scotch ale should be very low carbonation, almost no carbonation, and this does a good job. I do like it. It's not doing anything else than what it should do, and you have to mark it down because of that. Let me see. Terry K always says that it's people like us, the honest BrewTube reviewers, which I think I just started a Facebook, and I think there's a page called Honest Brew Reviewers or something like that, and I think I'm on it. They accepted me, and Danny really likes when I'm honest, especially with breweries like North Coast and Hoppin' Frog and, you know, Great Divide. This is shit. I don't care about your hype. I don't care about your bullshit. It's shit. This stuff isn't worth the money you charge. You have to say that if you're a reviewer. You have to say it's shit. Anchor Brewing Company's Anchor Steam is boring. Boring, stupid, pointless shit. It is. I hope someone who loves Anchor Steam just watch this, because guess what? It's boring, stupid shit. Deal with it. There's a very mild malt base mixed with a very mild bitter finish, and guess what? Those two things put together makes boring shit. And fuck anybody who wants to go over there and review this and say, oh, what a great American craft beer and this and this and this. That's like 3.5 inches of fuck you right there. Okay? Ooh, I'm ranting now. That's not a good thing. Rivertowne Brewing Company's Scottish Ale is going to get a 7 out of 10 for me. It's very good. It does its job. Definitely drink it. Absolutely drink it. Definitely tell me what you think about it. And if this was available, if there was nothing else and this was available, I would buy this over anything else. Cheers.